Okay, it's recording. I think it is. Okay. First of all, I would like to thank you that you guys are taking the time out to actually hear out what I have to say today. Today, what we are going to actually discuss is a little bit about an organization by the name of Doctors Without Borders, or MSF. Has any one of you ever faced a natural disaster in your life? Do you know what it feels like to be helpless under the wrath of nature? Every year, Doctors Without Borders provides emergency assistance and medical care to millions of people caught in crisis in more than 60 countries around the world. It provides assistance to people whose survival is threatened by conflict, violence, neglect, catastrophes, primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare, or natural disasters. Today I'm going to share with you all that I have learned about NSF and how they are helping the world. Now that you're familiar with what NSF does, uh, let's tell you more about how they work. MSF operates independently without any political, military, or religious agenda. That is because MSF's work is based on humanitarian principles of medical ethics and impartiality. Independent funding means that 90% of MSF's funds are generated through private parties and non-governmental sources. In 2009, MSF had 3.8 million individual donors and private funders worldwide. MSF is basically neutral. That means it does not take sides in armed conflicts. It just provides care on the basis of need alone and pushes for increased independent access to victims of conflict as required under international humanitarian law. MSF also bears witness and speaks out. That means that there are teams of MSF individuals who are there in the field working for MSF in parts where there's violence and atrocities and neglect, and they see all this in their course of work, much of which occurs in places that are really that really have that are really in neglect and do not receive international recognition. So at times MSF may speak publicly about an effort uh, so that so that the international community can actually know what is going on in a situation that they are in, so that more attention is drawn towards the people that are actually involved in that conflict. At its core, the purpose of humanitarian action is to save lives and to ease the suffering of people caught in acute crisis, thereby restoring their ability to rebuild their lives and communities. In armed conflicts in numerous countries, MSF is providing medical care to people caught in war zones. Some may have been injured by gunfire, knives, bombings, beatings, or sexual violence. Others are cut off from medical care or denied the ability to seek the treatment they need. This could be a pregnant woman who cannot reach help to deliver her baby, or someone with a chronic condition who has no way to resupply his medicine. Then MSF also has a long history of responding to epidemics like outbreaks of cholera, uh, meningitis, measles, malaria, and other infectious diseases that spread rapidly and can be fatal if not treated. Over the past decade, MSF has been involved in treatment of devastating pandemics of HIV and AIDS and tuberculosis, which is leading causes of death for people with HIV or AIDS. MSF also treats neglected diseases such as Ascalza, Azar, sleeping sickness, and Chagas, diseases that largely affect the world's poorest people and for which there are at present few effective treatment options. MSF also treats malnutrition. Malnutrition in children worldwide suffer from the effects of malnutrition, with 90% of them living in sub-Saharan and Asian countries. In fact, malnutrition contributes to at least one-third of the 8 million annual deaths of children under 5 years. Natural disasters. Natural disasters can overwhelm a local or national health structure in a matter of minutes. There are times when the aftermath of monumental disasters requires more of a development and reconstruction focus than a medical one. This was the case after the Indian Ocean tsunami in 2005, when other organizations and government agencies had the necessary capacities to address the most pressing needs, and there actually was not much for MSF to do so. Since now you know a lot about how the MSF works, I hope you will agree with me and understand what an important organization the MSF really is. Today I have shared with you just a little about how MSF is helping to make this world a better place. There are many organizations and many individuals who are every day of their lives trying to make someone else feel better and trying to ease their suffering, some with their efforts and some with their money or anything that anyone can help with. I hope we all can work together in the same way to make this world into a better place for everyone to live in. Once again, thank you very much for your time. And if anyone has any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. Do you guys have any questions? No. Okay. Thank you very much. No.